it. It is so stretchy. Look at this. 10 out of 10 for me. Welcome back to the channel. It's Karina here. I asked you guys on another video if you guys would like to see a dedicated fleece tights video, and oh my god, I have never seen so many comments asking me to do a dedicated fleece tights video, so here we are. I shared one fleece tie on my Instagram story the other day, and no joke, 10 minutes later you guys broke my DMs and you guys made that fleece tie sell out. So today I'm here with 12 other fleece ties. Okay, we have lots of options, varying thickness, varying lengths, varying waist, varying sizes. So we're gonna put them to the test one by one and see which ones are the best and which ones sell out next. Okay guys, before we start, I have here a tape measure. We are going to be measuring my thigh circumference, so you guys kind of have an idea of how this will fit your body relative to mine. I am also 5'7" for reference. Okay, so this one is the first one we're starting off with. This one is a rather light colored one. The first impression I have, oh my god, it's so stretchy. So this is the inside and has this furry texture, and it is footed at the end. However, this footing part here is not lined with fleece, so the fleece stops right here around the ankles. Very smooth. No more shaving. Hey, can you guys tell I have this leg on and this leg without the fleece tights? And I think color-wise, I wouldn't say it's identical, but then again, everyone's skin tones and like undertone, their colors are different. Yeah, it is a little bit lighter. Maybe if you have a really, really pale skin tone, this would match you. This video is gonna get demonetized all over. So I just pull it all the way up, and despite wearing an underwear and a layer of yoga shorts underneath, which you guys can totally see because I don't want to get totally demonetized, it still is pretty comfy. I wouldn't say it's roomy. I would say it fits just like a regular pair of tights would feel. Like it's, you know, relatively body hugging, but this one feels really smooth and soft. The only downside I can think of is that it is one size, but I would definitely suggest this to my tall girlies out there because look, I'm so high up. I'm like all the way up to my bra even. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You cannot go out like this, and you're absolutely right. But we are going to be layering on some sheer tights on top. This is like my all-time weapon to looking cute, but still warm in the winter time. All of a sudden, the color difference isn't so jarring anymore once you put on some black sheer tights. And then once you put your dress over your skirt over, I don't think anyone would be able to tell that you're wearing fleece tights. Let's do the knee bend test. Usually for some fleece tights that are maybe not a really good fit to your legs, you might have some bunching around this area, which is totally normal. I can see a little bit happening here, but it's not too bad. I'm really loving this first pair. I'm gonna rate it 9 out of 10. I'll be linking everything in this video, all the tights, down in the description box below. If you're on your phone or your iPad or any mobile device, you would click on more and then tap see more again. So you have to do 2 taps in order to open the description box where you can see all the links there. And if you are watching this video on desktop, you can see this show more button and you click on that and then you'll be able to see all the links. A huge common frustration with everyone that watches my video is you guys are always telling me is that there's enough sizing options, and most of these fleece ties, not gonna lie, are one size. So I went on SHEIN and I spent like hours pouring through every single fleece tight, and when I saw this one, my eyes went like, this is labeled as a size large to extra, extra large. Looking at it, it doesn't seem that way, but we're gonna put it on and we're gonna see if it's actually a size extra, extra large. This is what the inside looks like. It's not as furry as the first one, but you do see fleece layers. And it does feel really warm and thick and like kind of heavy too. Ah! What? I can't even put this on. What extra, extra large? Okay, so this is the best I can do. Or maybe get it if you're like a size extra, extra small. I don't know what they're thinking. They really need to fix that sizing. The first one is way stretchier than this one. Okay, let me try again. Maybe it's a me problem, you know? Maybe I just don't have enough muscle. Let's just move on. Okay, crossing my fingers for this next pair, you guys. This is from Dazzy and it is a one size, but I I'm so excited for this one because I think this is the closest one to my skin tone that I've ever found. I swear, not even 20 minutes later after I posted the link, you guys bought it all up from Shein, so it's now out of stock. I always double check the stock of my items before I post the videos, so make sure to follow me on my Instagram, watch my stories as they first come out, turn on post notifications for my YouTube videos, so in case you do like something that I feature, there's a higher chance that you would be able to purchase them if you turn on my post notifications. So this Dazzy one is a little bit different than the other fleece tights. So on the inside, it's this really fuzzy, soft fleece. It's not exactly a fur material. It's more like, I don't know if you guys can tell, there's like a little fuzzy things going on. It is one of the softest fleece tights on the inside that I've ever come across. The outer layer is also unique in the sense that it is double layered this way as well. So not only do you get the internal fleece portion, you also have this outer stocking version that's covering it, so it tends to look more natural. So we have one leg on and one leg without. The one with the fleece tights. Even if I come close, I feel like it is still a very realistic version of my skin tone. Okay, so now both of them are on and it does feel a little snug. It's rather tight around my hips area or my inner thigh. I certainly think this would not be for tall girlies out there. If you are a petite girl or you're under 5'5" or so, this would fit you really well. I do like how realistic it looks though. You know what? I feel like you don't even need to wear black sheer tights over this. Okay, so I have a pair of knee-high boots right here. Let's see how they look. Oh, from afar, I don't think you're able to tell that much. What do you guys think? I guess the knee area is a little bit telling, but I don't think it's too bad. Okay, let's do the knee bunching test. Again, not bad at all. Okay, I would rate this a 9.5 out of 10. It's a super high rating, I know, but it's because it is just so close to my skin color. Took off 0.5 points because it's one size and it's currently out of stock. Okay, next up we have one that is a slightly thinner version and slightly different color for a different skin tone. So this one comes in 3 colors on the website. The color I picked for this one was coffee brown, and honestly it doesn't look coffee brown. Does it look coffee brown to you? It looks kind of pink to me. The inside looks like this. I don't think this counts as fleece tights because there's legit no fleece in here, but I will say that it is thicker than your regular run-of-the-mill nylons. Oh, I like it! Okay, very easy to put on. It goes on very easily compared to the other thicker ones. Here's what it looks like with and without. Okay, I think on me, it doesn't look too jarring. I think this would definitely suit people who have a darker skin tone or maybe like a warmer pinkish hue to their skin tone. I like it! You know what, even if it doesn't totally match you and your skin tone, no worries, a pair of black sheer tights over it, we're just gonna fix that problem right up. Okay, you know what, I think this is very true to its color now. It's truly a coffee brown, and I think I love it more than I think I would. It is so little bulk, you guys. It's not extremely warm like those fleece tights, but at the same time there are pros and cons to that as well. I would go for this pair of tights if I know that I'm going to be spending a lot of time indoors, for example. So like my legs don't sweat and it's not gonna be a pain if I want to go to the bathroom. They also have the black one, which I really want to try next. I think that's gonna be really, really good. This one does come in only one size, but I think that's okay because this is so stretchy. 9 out of 10. -1 point for not actually having fleece on the inside. Okay guys, so this next one I actually featured in an earlier Shein video, so if you guys haven't seen it yet, make sure to watch that video for nice, comfy winter outfits. Actually, one of my favorites from this collection. It looks like a dark version on the outside, but when you flip it in, it's a skin toned color as well. It does not have any fleece on the inside, but again, it's just like the other one where it is the perfect in between of a pair of sheer tights and a pair of thick fleece tights. And then once you stretch it out, you can immediately start to see the skin tone and start to peek through from here. I love it. It's so easy to put on. It's so smooth. It goes on without a problem. So this is what it looks like on, and I'm gonna do what the model's doing in the picture and just go like this because it is so stretchy. Look at this. Despite it being a little bit on the thinner side and a little bit on the sheerer side, it all makes up for it with this thick, wide waistband. And then when I put my dress over it, it's just as if I'm wearing regular sheer tights, but with an extra layer. Kind of feels almost like a thin legging disguised I love this one. 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, guys, next up we have... I don't think this counts as fleece tights. Definitely not, but it is a thicker version of, again, regular sheer tights. And this would be something I would say like a base layer for your legs in case you want to skip out on the bulk, but still want to have something on your legs so you're not completely bare legged. So the inside just looks like this. Yeah, I find like the thinner ones are generally a lot easier to put on than the thicker ones with actual fleece inside. Something to keep in mind. Okay, so I have this leg on and this leg whipped out. As expected, it is not super thick, so it does feel like a thinner version of leggings, but still a thicker version of stockings. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a huge, what do you call this? Gap in the middle where I have pulled it all the way up, but it's still sliding down. You know what, I'm not really sure what this one will serve the purpose for. I mean, it's only $4, so you can't really expect much. So I'm gonna be layering on this other thin one from before. Okay, no fuss, equally easy to put on. Oh my god, this one is like totally wins in like all areas of my playbook. This is the one that I rated 10 out of 10. I think I'm gonna rate it 11 out of 10 because it's so versatile and it fits so well. It's so easy to put on, and you're able to layer it on top of the other thinner ones to customize the warmth level that you want. Okay, moving on to another pair of, oh my god, this one is really thick. It's like actually my pants. Can you guys tell, like, it's a pretty rigid structure. There isn't much stretch to it, and the waistband does come just open and wide. So the inside looks like this. There's actual fleece on the inside, so it is very thick and warm. Oh my god, I'm gonna skip my workout for the week. I want Korean fried chicken with strawberry soju and milkis. You know what? It's not as easy as it looks to put on. So the waist area is a little bit on the looser side. Because there isn't much flexibility around this fabric, it just kind of all flops around here. The inner thigh portion is like cutting off my circulation here because it is just so tight. Whoever designed this really didn't think it through. Like, our legs are not just one circumference all the way down. So this results in a bottleneck around this area, and I'm not able to pull up any higher. And then at the same time, this waistband being super loose is just gonna cause the entire thing to sag like it's doing right now. Maybe if we have a sagging fashion show, I don't know. Which is such a pity because I really wanted to like this one. It's definitely one of the thicker, warmer ones. And I'm so sad that it doesn't fit. I'm so sad. Oh my god. I'm gonna rate it like 3 out of 10. I think this is the only pair that I found on Shein that does not have the single line down the front and then double lines down the back. So this one actually comes like this. Instead of having the one line, it has this like underwear or triangular shape down the middle, which I personally believe is a lot more flattering than just having like a single line down the middle. Okay, so the fur actually transfers a lot to this part. Can you guys tell? But no biggie. What's a little fur if things are gonna keep us warm, huh? Same designer. Okay, so I managed to pull up one and it looks like this, but I'm running into the same problem as I did the previous pair, which is at the base of my inner thigh, it's like practically impossible to pull up any higher. I'm gonna try my best. The things I do for you guys. I hope I don't get a yeast infection after this. Oh my god, is it up? Is it in? Did I make it?
That's what she said.
Okay, ooh.
And
You can do 10 years later.
2,000 years later.
My verdict on this is that it's not the comfiest. This area here is digging into the inner corners of my thigh. The waist area is not very tight either, and I can definitely see people with thinner legs being able to fit into this and wearing it like a champ. There's a little bit more bunching around the knee than I would like, but I think that is expected for something that is this thick. Color-wise, I think it's a little bit on the grayer tone. I don't know if it's just me or my camera. I'm gonna rate this maybe like a 5 out of 10. Okay, I have high hopes for this one because this is from Dazzy, and the previous Dazzy nude one was my absolute favorite of this bunch. Two sizes that comes in this. I got this in the size large, and yes, actual fleece on the inside, so very warm, very thick, very soft. I like it! Oh my god, Dazzy collection is so awesome. Let me know if you want me to do like a dedicated Dazzy video. I'm starting to love their fall winter collection so much more than the regular SHEIN ones. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found a winner. Ah, I love this one. What did I say about Dazzy? So this has a really high waistband. If you look at it from the side, you can even tell that it's not very snug. This band part is so wide and it's not digging into your skin or flesh. They actually made it so that the inner thigh area for this part is not just the same width as your ankles. So this makes it that much more comfortable to be in. And the toe area is also footed. Okay, my fave. Get it. 20 out of 10. Okay, so this next one is this one right here, and this is the only one of the bunch where there is a, what do you call this, like a stirrup instead of a footed one. So the inside looks like this with a little fleece. This doesn't seem very flexible either. Yeah, I can already feel it. It's definitely harder to put on, especially again near the thighs area. This is what it looks like when it's on. It took a little bit of effort to pull it over my thighs, not gonna lie, but once it's on, it does feel less likely to slide down. And I think with this one, your feet is actually out, so it can breathe. If your feet tend to overheat in the winter time, then you can just go with your regular cotton socks. I mean, if you like Skims, you'll really like this because I feel like it does a really good job of like being leg shapewear. It just sucks in everything and keeps everything really tight. Maybe like a 7 out of 10. Okay, so we are finishing this with another skin tone colored one. This one is the OG, the original pair of fleece ties that I bought like, I'm gonna say like 4 or 5 years ago. This is one of the few that actually comes in varying sizes, and I got this in the size large to extra large, which is usually a little bit excessive because I'm usually a size extra small. But I do find that this is one of the few that it is really good in terms of value, and it's not too thick, it's not too tight. One on and one without. Okay, so this is what it looks like with both legs in, what the waistband looks like. Like, I feel very comfortable in this, enough to be out an entire day. Even if you're going outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. The model picture for these tights look completely different from this, and that's because when you buy it, it comes in 2 separate tights. You get this nude color fleece tights, and you also get a sheer pattern tights on top of here. And the model is wearing both this and the sheer one over this, so it's going to look a little bit different, but trust me, this is the exact pair I have. I've had this for 5 years and it's still going strong. It's still one of my absolute favorites. I rate this maybe like a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, so that is all 12 ties that we tried on together. Let me know which ones are your favorite. I know which ones are my favorite. Don't forget to check the link in the description box down below. As always, I am taking requests for what you guys want to see next, so leave me comments in the comment box and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.